Hey, Kat, the hot mic was intentional. I was being silly. Hi, everybody. It's Retro Repair Roundup, episode number 40 for this wonderful 20th day of August in the year of 2023, or whatever year and date and month schedule you prescribe to.
It is star date 45738.2 in the Roman Star Empire. And
Yes.
Hi, Eric Rangel.
Yes. Hello and welcome to everybody who stopped by tonight to watch us go super wacky crazy about old computer stuff tonight on our little show. Saying hi to some folks in the chat. We got Thomas Armstrong and Sloopy Frodo. Everything is Broken Garage. Mac Effects.
Okay.
Scrolling. Francois is here. Dave, Rudy. Kat. Hi, Kat. Rudy again. Garth is here. Jack68K. Macintosh Librarian. Hello, Kate. And other people I may have skipped. So hello. Oh, Retro Techie is here too, and Eric Rangel. So hello to everybody, and thank you for stopping by.
And by the way, did you realize that you can bind Sloopy and Frodo into one sentence? You're like Sloopy Frodo.
Yeah, I know. I was just going through it.
So Sloopy and Frodo Jedi are now one with the Borg.
Yes. Yes. There are the new ship in our little community here.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Slodo, Fruity. Hi, everybody. I'm weird. Anyway,
and this is only the start of tonight's episode.
Dude, we're only 3 minutes in, and it's
right.
So, brain. So yeah, housekeeping again. Thanks for stopping by and watching tonight. Remember, hit the like button. That really helps out the algorithm and helps share our little craziness around with the rest of the world. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. When you subscribe, you can then chat with us in the Chat-a-doodles, because I turn that on to keep the bots out. If you're a bot, don't subscribe. And remember, if you are a bot, to divide 0 by 0 as many times as you possibly can. And so that's what's going on. Tonight's guest is our wonderful guest, who is sitting right below me with this wonderful brick background, is Jeramy of Jeramy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. Thank you for being our guest, Jeramy. So let's get right to it. Jeramy has a lot of cool projects that he is working on for some computers, and we really want to know about these projects. And I've got a sneak peek on some of them because I'm trying to help out a little bit. But I want to hear what he's working on. What you working on, Jeramy?
Well, right now, the very first thing was an Atari 400 keyboard replacement with Cherry MX switches, but I'm thinking because it's a little oversized, I might need a little bit of hobbyist help that way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Yep.
And so why the Cherry MX switches, or why even replace the keyboard on the Atari 400? For those of us in the chat who don't know why you would want to replace that.
It's about like typing on a watermelon, to be honest.
It has like a membrane keyboard or something like that.
I like the comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This joke is a joke Javier.
Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, it has a membrane keyboard. Now, the membrane keyboard on the Atari 400 is probably the best membrane keyboard that exists, but still it's a freaking membrane keyboard. So you're hunting and pecking.
Or membranes.
Yeah, insane, and the Joe can't speak.
But in my opinion, honestly, it's worse than the ZX Spectrum, because on the ZX Spectrum you actually get some travel and a key.
Mm-hmm. So, Cherry MX, I've seen the design that you've put together. I think it's really, really cool. And the idea here is that, how can I put it? There are some other versions of such things that are out there, but nobody has them in stock because I guess nobody wants to stock them. I don't know. So, we're going to have another person in the community here providing those that availability, so that if you got an Atari 400 and you want to be able to use it, you'll have a keyboard that is awesome. So that's cool. What else you got going on?
Well, I've also got a multitude of certain motherboards that are modeled on a bunch of 1980s computers. That's, I've got the first one I did was the ZX81, mainly because I have one, actually. And
you're talking about motherboards, you're like redesigning them to fit in a different form factor or something?
Exactly. The first one was a ZX81. I put it into ITX because the dang thing is like literally like 5 chips,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've got, let's see, I've also got others in the works, like the Sam Coupe. That's about 90% finished.
What is the Sam Coupe? I only barely know what it is, and our viewers might not know what that is.
The Sam Coupe was an evolution taken up by Miles. I can't remember the company.
Miles O'Brien.
I was thinking the same thing. Miles Edward O'Brien.
He is very much alive and intends to stay that way. Anyway.
Well, anyways, it was taken up by a different company after Sir Clive sold out to Sir Alan Sugar. But the Sam Coupe is an evolution of the ZX Spectrum line, taken on by a different company, and it's about roughly 95% compatible with the old 48K.
Mm-hmm.
And it even kept on evolving in the Eastern Bloc countries after the Soviet Union crashed.
Mm-hmm. And so, what's the focus on the redesign here? Hi! Hi, guest. You're redesigning the keyboard or the logic board for what purpose?
Well, the whole purpose mainly is because, as I put it, I just put because I was having technical difficulties, was running kind of late. I just sent some pictures to you over Discord, so maybe you could share them. Yeah. The whole mantra is the third picture I sent you, that quote right there. Mm-hmm. I mean, replace mahjong, blah, 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 with the other item. The next one.
Not that one? Yes?
No.
This one?
Yes.
Ah.
Gotcha. Understood.
This is not the second sentence is the whole reason for me doing all of this. This is to allow those in the future to experience this system in some form as eBay prices continue to go astronomically nuclear.
So basically, you can get this board in the raw parts and build your clone. And I see it right here. Here's the focus: the clone without a ULA, so you don't have to have that custom chip. It re-implements the ULA with
Jelly Bean Logic.
Just Jelly Bean Logic, off the or off the shelf. So it allows you to do the thing. That's cool. Hey, look, everybody! It's my personal Discord.
Let's read all your messages.
Cool. There's this other card here.
That is the I'm calling it the conglomerisa.
Okay.
Because I did not come up with any design on this other than just mashing it together. Mm-hmm. It is partially Adrian Black, partially Sergei Kisil. I can't even pronounce that last name.
Kislev. Sergei Kislev.
And JD from Monotech in New Zealand.
Gotcha up here. So it's mixing the three different products into one product. So it's got a RAM expansion, the XTIDE expansion, and then also a network Ethernet, an Ethernet controller on it, all on one board.
Yep.
That is nuts. That is also like totally, absolutely within the realm of what always happened with old computers like that with the multifunction cards.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Well, and RetroTechie wants to know if he can have the board.
Yeah. Yeah, send him the board without any chips in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Let him figure it out.
No. If Richard Turkey wants the board, he can go outside, chop down the tree, saw it into a board, and then just start chewing on it.
Here, I have some wood here somewhere. John is. So my question with these couple designs, we've seen some other folks' logos on here. You know, we got Adrian Black and all that. Are you working with them on these designs? Or are you?
Well,
I know they're like open source designs. I'm just curious as to like what the provenance is.
Well, I am going to, as far as what I've done so far on the card, I am not going to offer it until I at least get their blessings.
Sure.
Of course.
But I really still would like to get one made for myself because of my IBM Model 25, because it only has 2 card slots, and I would like to put a sound card in it too.
This would be awesome, yeah, because this would replace all of those functions with one card. That is awesome. Yeah. Joe likes this. Joe likes it.
Now, just as a side note, as far as getting someone's blessings, so that I've at least started taking Andrea Pachat's micro pet board clone, which is a clone of the Commodore Pet, because those are going for $1,000 a piece on eBay for
plus $1,000 in shipping because pet.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right? Anyway, I actually got in touch with him, and before I even started doing that one, he's like, "Go for it."
See, this is the cool thing about our community is most of us in the community, we work so well together, and you're like, you had this great idea. I have an iteration on your idea. I know your idea is open source, but I still want your blessing to iterate on this. And we just do it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that episode as well, Eric.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have a pet clone up here somewhere. It's buried there.
Is it that? Is it the mini pet?
I don't know if it's the mini pet. It's the one I got it from. The Future Was 8 Bits website.
That's the mini pet.
Yeah. Okay. So it is the mini pet. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's a cool little machine. It's awesome.
But it's also $350.
Blessing. Yeah, there you go. That's here it is. Yes. And also that again because I accidentally clicked it. So yeah. My question, and I'm going to go back to this screen. My question about this board is, if you get this designed and you're ready to go with it, what's the idea on distribution? How are you going to get this out to the community?
Oh, hopefully through you, sir.
Through me? Really?
And
I have
what
no
website
idea.
would they go to
I don't
buy
know
it?
what site would people would go to get cool things that other people in the community build. I have no idea.
No.
But that's that's a thing that I do. To steal your thunder for just a half second.
I don't know.
I like to do that for people. What I like to do is like, cool, you don't have a platform for distribution, but I have the platform for distribution. It's like a whole Walter White, Walter White, and what's the other guy?
No, you're gonna be the Amazon of all the retro
Brain. Bald guy, Mike. Like I'll be Mike and you'll be Walter White. You'll make it and I'll distribute it. But I like to be that for the retro
said bald
community.
guy. There's Javier, Steve.
Breaking Bad. I'm talking about Breaking Bad.
Oh, well, you didn't specify that.
My brain does not work. Of course I didn't specify that. Anyway, but no, seriously, that's what I like to do. Like I'm doing with Rudy's things, with Ron's things, and other folks is like, hey, you got something cool. I have a place people know to go to get cool things. You don't have to go through the whole process to set up payment processors and websites and monthly hosting and all of that junk. I will buy a chunk of stuff from you in bulk, and you make your profit up front now, and then I just filter it out over time. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with Jeremy on these projects. Is I'm going to do that and help him make some extra scratch. So it's gonna be cool. Yep.
Yeah.
What else? What else, Jeremy?
Well, according to that arrangement, I get to stay in the lab and do my ideas like my zodiac sign says.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an Aquarius.
Nice.
Rudy.
It's a Mattel Aquarius? Did you say?
No. Well, actually, I have actually thought about doing the Mattel Aquarius. Actually,
When you do that, make sure that you upgrade it so that it's not garbage.
that's going to be difficult.
It is the worst 8-bit computer on Earth. I'm not going to go into why. Just go research it. It's like you can't access RAM, and like the CPU runs at like less than a megahertz, and it's.
I've actually dipped my toes into the rabbit hole, but I'm not going to fall into it yet.
Yeah, no. Like I would love to have one.
Yeah, because it has 2 cassettes on the front.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, so that's it. That's cool. Anything else you're working on?
Let's see, Amiga 600, ZX Spectrum.
So you're making either clones or parts for all of these things?
Yeah, it's all clone work.
Cool.
It's Attack of the Clones here.
Send in the clones. There has to be clones.
Yeah.
Dun. Oh, sorry.
That's not the clones I was talking about, but anyway.
Yeah, I know.
But it's related.
Yeah. It was related to what Jeremy said. Attack of the Clones. Ta-da. See, me have big brain.
You
That's all these clones. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to come up with a couple of other designs to go concurrently with them, like a separate keyboard and also a specialized expansion card to kind of finish out the motherboard where it didn't have room. So, because I wanted to try and keep it ATX because that's the most common case there is.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some of them are going to have to be EATX because there's just so much on the original board that, I can't exactly chop that off and put it into a card.
Hi, Frank S.
Frank! Hi, Frank! All of these
Other-
clones are
other
belong
Better late than never, Frank.
Speaking of clones, there's the other Frank. I think it's a clone of the first one.
Cool beans. Well, I think that is super cool. Yeah, and Rudy has a project he's working on too. Another project that's going to be available at jcm-1.com. Commodore Pet Board for external video, audio joystick, and diagnostic button, and all of that stuff. That's going to be a super duper cool. So
that gives me an idea.
Don't steal his idea.
I'm not going to
with him on it. But yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't want to steal. I wouldn't. I would like blessings. If not, I will walk away.
Leave now. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So I think that is super cool. I think that we should do what we can to help you and support you. So as you come up with these projects, let us all know so we can let everybody else know what you're working on. I think it's going to be really neat to have another brain with ideas in the fray coming up with some of this cool stuff. So
I'm always cooking them up. I'm always cooking ideas up. Let's see.
Joe, our host, decided just to leave the stream. Okay. Welcome to Trina's Techno Babble. Hi.
That's right.
I'm just going to take over. Why not?
Sure.
Everybody accuses me of it anyway.
Yeah, let's involve Trina in all these projects.
Right, there you go. I have no idea about board stuff, but
she can sleep on it.
Yeah. Give me the ideas. I'll sleep on it and get back to you.
I'll let you know later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just to.
Yep. Just to what?
Just to give you all an idea. I mean, I can't get an exact count, but I've got at least a gig and a half on my storage drive of just nothing but ideas. This is all KiCad projects only.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like my 3D stuff. I'm also making a lot of 3D stuff, talking about that, and oh my god. Gets a little bit overwhelming. Yep.
Sorry about that. My printer seemed to be malfunctioning. I had to pay attention to it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I had to go
No,
teach them how to work.
it's okay.
again.
We were just saying that I've taken over the stream.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
As
I
all the
get it-
things
I get
that
it.
you are in.
I get accused of it anyway. I might as well.
Yes, Trina.
Hey,
the
you know, if you flush it, I flaunt it. Wait, that's not the right idiom. Sorry.
I'm not. I don't want to know what you
if you
have to
got it,
flush.
flaunt it.
Don't go there, Trina.
It's
I
bad.
know. I'm. If you notice, I'm just biting my tongue, sitting here, looking cute as possible. Hee
Oh God.
Frank asked wants a thingamaboob. Okay,
Boob.
there you go. I did it. Now be quiet. Where were we? Who was talking? Who was
I
talking?
was talking and you walked away.
Whose turn is it? Who's
That,
next?
we're still focusing on Jeremy. We haven't stopped yet officially.
Okay, keep going.
Anyway, well, I was just, the last thing I said was I got like a gig and a half of stuff just to get processed. I would like to get going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The majority of it is at least 80 to 90% done.
Yeah.
So, what's the first steps in a lot of that? You have to spin a test board and build it to see if it works, and then work out issues. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gotcha.
After I go through the design rules checkers and make sure everything's connected and blah blah blah. The whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Like, for example, right now I can tell you right off the bat that 8-bit card that you saw the picture of. I still have to run the traces between the individual pieces to the bus.
Mhm.
This
is the short bus.
Yeah.
I used to ride the short bus.
My son rides the short bus.
I'm kidding.
Oh God.
I was gonna say, don't you still ride the short bus? Isn't that what you just call your car?
Yes.
Well, let's count my. I mean,
Cat. What the heck?
Oh, there's like a
there's a
fly over there.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say my cat's on my lap.
that was a moth.
Oh, okay. That's cool. My
But
printer
yeah,
complained.
okay. I think that's subject's kind of run its course. So can we now go to the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. I'm checking the modus operandi.
Yes, your list.
All right, number 3, new acquisitions.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gone through what we're working on yet, so we
That's
want to
true.
do that before we go to acquisitions, which is what recent gets. So, I'll go next. Sure, why not? I'm next on the list.
Actually, you should.
What is wrong with me? I got like things coming out of my mouth and like
Oh my God.
printers over here
Well,
that are like
It's
exploding.
it's better than your OnlyFans stream. So
Just-
where things go in your mouth.
Oh my God.
This is like a freaking disaster.
See, he's so paying attention to what he's doing that he's not even paying attention.
Trina, it's a family show. Come on now.
All right, so
Damn
I'm
it.
actually going to talk about what I'm working on
Go.
while
Right.
it goes away.
Do it.
Okay, let me share. Wait, that's the wrong thingamajiggy. Let's present.
What is it doing?
Share screen. Share screen. I want to go to.
There it is.
So today I was adding contacts into my contacts app, like people's mailing address, which was great. And then I'm like, wait, I want to put it on my Centris 650 that I have sitting over there, which is running 7.6.1. So I went to Vintage Apple and was like, hey, because I did Google searches, but it was just telling me about how to run contacts on my Mac OS version like 13. And I'm like, no. Did you see what the OS I put in? So I'm going to. So somebody suggested
It's stuck.
this app. Oh, you probably can't see it because I went away from my other screen. But it's called Now Contact and Up to Date. And I see tonight that somebody replied back with
Stop the pressure.
People Listener, which is a lightweight and does things including birthdays and reminders. So I'm gonna upload that one. So I'm going to try those. And in order to try those, I'm going to stop sharing my screen at this point. When I got the Centris, Garth was nice enough to include this network adapter.
Let's make you big enough.
Okay.
Let's do this so you
Okay.
can see it.
So yeah, Garth gave me this network adapter. So what I'm going to do is connect the Centris to the network,
Mhm.
and then download it on my 17-inch
MacBook.
PowerBook G4, and then network them together, because Garth and I were talking about it today, and get the program over, because the program on that I was looking at is 13.08 megabytes or something crazy like that. I'm just looking at it now. 13.05, so it's not going to fit on a floppy, and the drive, and it doesn't have a CD drive, so I can't burn it to a CD. So all kinds of fun. So that's what I'm going to be working on.
Cool.
Kate, that might. I was thinking no initially, but now you've got me thinking.
Well, if you want to bring some laptops to sell, because we've worked out between Sloopy and I an underground tech railroad to Canada for the next weekend, because the following weekend there is Work 2023, or World of Retro Computing, in Kitchener, Ontario, for those who might be interested here in Canada. Be taking place the 16th and 17th. Admission is free for everyone, so there's no reason not to go. I will be going. So we have somebody who's going to be going from BCF Midwest, and is also will have a table at the Work thing. So they're going to bring everything that I can gather to me.
Nice.
So I don't have to pay shipping.
I get the point, Trina.
Hint, hint.
I take a hint.
Oh, so basically, whoever this is going to turn into Sloopy, like from his recent short.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Or
exactly.
like Steve, who just has a van in his backyard that's just for storage.
No, that's to give out free candy, but we won't talk about that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, come on now. I've got one of those vans.
Oh dear.
Candy.
Javier, what are you working on, buddy?
Well, I've been working on 3D design a lot lately. Yeah, exactly. Oh
that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a new case for the new SCSI 2, Blue SCSI 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Blue SCSI version 2 DB25 short.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on that one. I've been working on something for Kate. She gave me a little complex, convoluted thing to do. Nice. Yeah, that's it.
Dude. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah. So and also for Jeramy, I've been doing some first things for his keyboard and so forth. So I'm crazy doing some 3D stuff.
Oh no, just stop right there. You're crazy. Period.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Joe
Somebody
be the
do
only
a cut
crazy
of this video of him saying that and send it to me so I can put it on my soundboard. Thank you.
Yo necesito loco.
Loco.
Or as I was trying to say, I need to be crazy in order to think.
Yes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing that I've been working on. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
This baby.
The Baker edition.
So it's the talk of the town. The MacFX keyboard shipped already, and it's being everywhere. So we are all playing with it, hacking it, doing things with it. So
nice.
Everybody's crazy with them. And I'm gonna take actually this one to BCF. Talking about BCF, I'm gonna take it to BCF to show it off.
I love how you have all the colors matched up tonight. It's green across the board.
Yeah, exactly. You're green with envy.
It almost looks like it's been assimilated by the board with the green.
Yep.
And black.
Yep.
You shall
Green
be
Green with
colors.
envy and jealousy is the green monster.
Yes. I am jealous.
Oh
of-
yeah,
of
Kate.
that.
Kate made a great comment. Matrix edition.
That's
Yes.
right. Hey, there
So-
you go. There you go.
Funny little piece of information. Javier had me bring my RGB version of that to Kansas Fest to show it off not because he didn't have his RGB yet, but because he didn't want people to steal his black 2C. So
And I'm
That's a
looking
joke.
at people,
That's a
okay,
joke.
because I see that people want to snatch and run.
dude, yes, Bob is
No, but-
all green tonight. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna mention anything about snatching and running, but anyway.
Yeah, no 5-finger discounts.
I just realized we should probably mention where Ron is.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Since
Lacking.
whatever. Ron took a short little vacation trip around the Midwest, and just got home about a half hour before the show started, and so he went immediately to bed. He has been running around. If you've been following his shorts and stuff, you know that he's been running around, having some fun. He went to a festival out in Nashville as part of like a Riff Tracks thing or something like that.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. Anyway, bye, Rudy. So that's why Ron isn't here. Okay, continue, Javier.
Oh, nothing. Just last one is I'm still working on the Kickstarter. So I'm in chats with PCB Way, and we're gonna, as soon as I get the money transferred from the Kickstarter to my account, I'm gonna just pay them out and bring them on. I wanna do it as fast as possible. So
Yeah, it's gonna be cool stuff.
yep.
Yes, it's gonna be
So that's it.
pretty. So you combine that with the clear outer shell from Mac Effects, and you've got a completely
I think I heard that MacFX is gonna make more of them, of these ones,
Yeah.
because people now are gonna be more interested in them now that there's a front.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
So
I'm
we'll see.
interested in them because I got a couple as part of my commission for helping
Yep.
do some Mac Effects projects, and
Yep.
I proceeded to drop them on the floor and shatter both of them, and now I have a
Oh
sad.
boy,
Yeah.
shame on you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
Anyway,
No offense, but I'm not into the clear thing at all.
paint it.
It's clear that you're not.
Dad. Hi, Dad.
Yeah. I just,
You know that face.
I'm crazy for the clear ones. I like the clear keyboard. Everybody says it's not readable. Yeah, well, I don't want to use it for reading or typing. I just want it because it's cool.
Yeah.
I just realized when you went da 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 thing, I have it on YouTube in my bedroom because I could finally hear it.
Oh,
So
I
not
said
only
it so
am I-
loud you heard it echo.
Yeah, I could hear it echo.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Remember,
Yeah.
Joe, the floor is only for Lego bricks.
So not only am I watching, I'm also giving us view hours at the same time.
Yes,
Woohoo!
everybody, watch it multiple times on multiple devices. We're not technically allowed to tell you that. Shh. Count canceled.
Wouldn't say anything.
So, anything else, Hav?
That's it. I'm good.
So I guess it's my turn before, I got interrupted by my printer randomly putting itself into a funky race condition and stopping a print that takes 3 hours. So I'm not really doing much anything new lately. I still have a couple of SE30 logic boards I need to get working for John Leake of Retro Maccast so that I can pay for the Lisa that he gave me, basically. They're being dumb. They're always dumb. SE30 boards, when they really decide not to work, they really decide not to work.
Yeah. I know.
Step one of this is, you do your standard check it for anything obvious. These boards are pristine. They're perfectly clean. And then the next step is, trace out all of the connections, and every single data line on the entire board on both boards is perfectly fine. And yet it still doesn't work. So I'm basically going to have to start removing chips and replacing them and see what happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not fun, but it's what we do. The biggest thing that I wanted to talk about, a little bit of a hint, I'm going to be reverse engineering or cloning, if you will. There is going to be some reverse engineering involved. The Diamond Trackstar It's the Trackstar Plus, I think, is the one I'm going to be doing. So if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's this little board that goes on your IBM XT or AT or better computer, and basically turns it into an Apple II. In this case, an Apple IIe with a 500 or with a 200. I can't keep dividing, Joe, till you get to the right number, with 128K of RAM and mouse, text, and the whole 9 yards. So that's going to be cool. I have that in a box right down here. So that
So
will
Joe, just keep dividing 0 by 0.
So yeah, that's going to be cool. I'm researching replacing the main logic board, or the main board in the brain in the Lisa keyboard, because I have this Lisa now, and I'm going to look into seeing if it's possible to replace that with one that uses mechanical key switches instead of the foam and foil garbage that makes me want to launch it out of a cannon into the sun. That would be really cool, but it requires me to reverse engineer the communications chip that's on that. The upside is that the entire communications protocol that it uses has been described, documented. So I just have to re-implement that protocol on a breadboard. And once I have that figured out, it's just about laying out a matrix. So that'll be fun. When will that happen? I don't know, probably 2 years from now at this point. Because it's too much going on. And then I'm redesigning some of my designs as surface mount. I may have mentioned this last time. But it's getting to the point where I've got so much going on that the more products that I have that arrive here ready to go back out the door, better. Fewer designs where I'm actually assembling things. So I'm starting with the Soft Card 3. It's going to be engineered as much as possible completely with surface mount chips. So I can send that out to have it manufactured, have it come back ready to go, and then I can just ship them out the door. So they just in, out, and gone. It saves me a lot of time. And of course, everything is Broken Garage and Retro Techie have been mentioning many times the JCM1 computer. As soon as I get done with my, how can I put it, my obligations to other people, the JCM1 is going to be back on the bench, and we're going to figure out how to get video working. Once JCM1's video is working, I can get that design and have that as a kit that people can purchase. So that's cool.
So basically, Joe is saying the day he dies,
yeah,
he will, because I don't think you're ever going to stop having other people's.
Yeah, well, I'm trying really hard, but I also like helping people. So like, Joe,
Yeah.
can you help me do a thing? And I'm like,
I'm sorry for asking.
yeah, can you help me procrastinate? So yeah, that's not the word you think it is, Trina. So yes.
And actually, Retro Techie had a really great idea. He said, "Can you replace the Lisa keyboard with Javier's RGB one?" Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the problem is because it's Lisa, the only color it will show is beige. I mean, you can program it in other colors, but it'll only
show beige.
So yeah. So yeah, the JCM1 computer. Tell us more, Sloopy's asking. It was 5-6 years ago. It was a long series of 15 or 20 episodes on my channel where I was designing a 6502 single board computer from the ground up, step by step, starting with the CPU and how the CPU works, and then adding RAM, then adding ROM, then adding sound, then adding a keyboard, then adding joysticks, and then video, and the whole 9 yards. And it stopped at the video part because, as Quinn Dunkey, our favorite hacker of all time, she runs a channel called Blondie Hacks. She said this multiple times, and I love to quote it. Many 8-bit computers are a very complicated video generator system with a relatively uncomplicated computer attached to it. So when I got to the video part, I'm like, I don't know how to make that talk to that. Brain no go. I just literally did not have the brain wherewithal to figure it out. But I think after several years of working with projects like Blue Scuzzy and stuff, I've got more knowledge to be able to actually get that out. So the idea there is to have a computer that you can build yourself from scratch, from chips, and have this old school experience, but have it be something new, right? Not like the Commander X16 or the RC 2014 or any of those things like this. I don't know. And the biggest hang up with the video too is like I want the video to be perfect. Like I can generate super easy video the way the Apple II did, fairly uncomplexly, but I want things like full 256 color video with unlimited number of sprites, and both vertical and horizontal single pixel scrolling and stuff. So it's like really cool. So people want to develop stuff for it and get the experience of developing on an old platform, but it's a new old platform, if that makes sense. But, you know, my eyes are bigger than my stomach, so to speak. So that's what's going on.
So I just had a thought, by the way, for some swag for your channel, Joe.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, it would be a USB port, USB stick.
Yeah.
That you plug in, and it has a personalized message from Joe going, "Hey, person, you fill in the name there. Thank you for plugging me in." Oh.
I like the person part.
or thank you for putting me in that slot.
I randomly remembered a naughty joke my husband told me once, but I'm not going to repeat it here. So
I'm going to remind you after the stream because I want to hear this now.
Yeah.
Recent gets, Mr. Jeremy. What cool stuff have you gotten recently? What have you picked up?
Have you got any laptops recently?
No, not really. I could have, but that I actually handed that straight off to Sean of Action Retro because I knew that I thought that he would like it more than I would because, to be honest, I don't like laptops as far as working on them.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, it's going your way. But anyway, at this was at VCF Southwest in Dallas, and I picked up a 5160 clone, incomplete, no drives.
IBM 5160 or?
It was a clone of an IBM 5160.
Okay.
What I really liked about that case is I'd go get it, but it's buried in my pile back there. But the case, I kid you not, you push two buttons and the thing lifts up like a car hood. With a prop rod and everything. Trina!
Oh, I'm still here. I'm just grabbing something. So.
Okay.
Also, at that same event, I got two Commodore data sets for the VIC-20. I got a VIC-20, but it needs some work, and I need a keyboard for it. Keyboard.
How are you going to solve that problem?
Gee, yeah. How am I going to solve that one? But also got a no-name, an unbranded data set and various other things. I unfortunately brought more back with me than I got rid of.
That sounds about right, sir. That ratio sounds perfectly correct.
That is what I'm afraid of. I'm not taking anything with me, so I know I'm bringing more back than what I started with. But how much more? I might end up having to go to a thrift store on Monday before I leave and buy another suitcase.
Yes.
Maybe just one of those with the handle and the wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
But that's pretty much what I've gotten the most recent, which was almost 2 months ago.
Cool. Trina, didn't you recently get a whole bunch of laptops and then got rid of them?
I got rid of them, but I'm going to show off. This is mine. I'm not getting rid of this. It's an IBM machine.
I've got three of those.
It's a P3, and it has Windows 2000. I got it from, actually, funny enough, a client of mine. Cool. I made a post saying I'm looking for a P3 on several groups, and he replied back, and as we were talking, we're like, each other's names looks familiar. And he's like, did you used to live at this address? And I'm like, yes, I did. And he's like, I thought your name sounded familiar. I haven't booted it up yet. If you want to see what else I got, by the way, go to Trina's Technobabble, look at my last stream from Saturday afternoon, and you'll see all the goodies I picked up. No, unfortunately, it's already been paid for, Retro Techie.
You don't allow us, boy.
But yeah, unfortunately, when you drag your heels, you don't get it.
Cool.
And hi,
That-
John.
Is that's all you got?
Well, I also got well, if people check out my video, see, there's a teaser,
Shameless plug.
right? Exactly. Yeah, there's a teaser. Go to Trina's Technobabble on YouTube. Check out my stream from Saturday. You'll see everything I got. Everything else I got, pretty much is sold, except for the iMac. But
I got nothing.
You like my toy, Trina?
I'm not gonna say anything.
No.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, you can keep your finger to yourself now.
Moving on. Cool. Javier. Toys.
Just the
Just the two of us.
just my keyboards. I've been doing keyboards, playing with them. As everybody knows by now, there was a little bit of issues with some of the keys on the MacFX keyboards. Most of them were solved by just clicking them, and there was one that had one keyboard was disconnected, but it's been also fixed in one of my videos. So go and watch it. Hell yeah. And that's it. And I'm expecting a new 3D printer soon.
Ooh, what 3D printer are you getting?
Oh, I want to. Since I was a kid, I wanted to be like Kate, the Macintosh librarian. So when she bought that printer, I was like, "That's it, my opportunity." And then you got one, and I was like, "I'm gonna just be on the shoulders of giants." So I'm getting one like you guys. Oh yeah.
No, Sloopy, that's a mini me.
Someone could get a restored Mac LC3 with Blue Scuzzy V2 that would give away on my channel, says John. Yes.
Oh, and by the way, nobody should really bother entering. It's already sealed up. I'm gonna win it. I'm just saying. Due to the fact that the Big Bad Biologist, Big Bad Bench is my most favorite YouTube channel in the whole wide world, and John is the best host, especially if you want to take a nap.
Be careful, Big Bad Biologist. Pretty soon you're gonna be Big Bad Trina channel.
No. We've already talked about it. It's going to be Trina's Big Bad Bench.
I'm Trina, and I'm a big bad bench. That's not what you thought I said. Anyway. That's cool. That's awesome.
I would not put the letters T and B next to each other in a YouTube name.
Yeah, no, don't do that. No.
Tuberculosis.
Right. Mac Librarian has a question for me, which is kind of ties right back into the next part, which is me, unless Javier had anything else to say.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So recent gets step one. I'm going to go ahead and answer Kate's question here. Got any of those Ron TTL V4 boards? No, those things sold out like now. They went very, very quickly. Ron is working on a new iteration of that's going to go in combination with a second part to help you like cable manage, inject things, and use it in combination with an external ATX power supply. Once he has that put together, those will be available again in my store. At that right there. Yes, the Ron V5, exactly. So those will be coming back very soon. Other recent gets for Joe in the Joe world, because Joe has an ego the size of Texas and talks about himself in the third person. The main thing I wanted to talk about are these little things right here. So I have these boards in now, so very soon I'll be able to have those for people. For folks who don't know, that is the Blue Scuzzy version 2 DB25 short board. So now we've got these guys that match the original shorties. instead of being the long ones like this, they're back to the shorter size again, so they take up less space. A lot of people were clamoring for that, so Androta and Eric of the Blue Scuzzy team worked to make that happen. I also want to make sure that I very purposely and explicitly shout out Javier for his insane amount of the work over the past 2 or 3 weeks, sending me revisions of the case for this. This thing is, if I may say, sex on a stick. It is awesome, dude. Look at this. Like it just look at that case. It stays in there. It doesn't come out. There's no rattling. It's perfect. It just, until I drop it on the floor like a moron. And it just slides right back together. And it goes together with a satisfying snap. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't separate. It doesn't come apart. And it's got the clearance down here, so it'll fit on weird computers like a Power Mac 7300s and stuff that have bad clearance around the SCSI ports.
Oh, and Frank, it's about both.
Yes.
Well, you failed to say that the new one has Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah.
Yes. I also wanted to mention, the new Wi-Fi version of the Pico is available. So I'll be putting these on my website fairly soon for people to pick up as an option. I will not be shipping it out with the Wi-Fi firmware because the Wi-Fi firmware is still in beta, but folks can upgrade to the Wi-Fi firmware whenever they like to do that. The Blue Scuzzy Wi-Fi, of course, is really cool because it allows your old Mac to, be on the internet directly. You just plug it in and it's done. A lot of help came from JCS of the Raspberry Pi Pico, the Pico Scuzzy project. Since they had done a lot of the work on getting the data flyer thing. What's the name of the company? I don't even remember.
Rebooting.
Yeah, Brain. The driver you can use on the other projects thing, Brain. I can't remember any of the words. He did all that work and worked with the Blue Scuzzy team to get that integrated into this guy. So the Blue Scuzzy, Danaport Scuzzy link. Thank you, Frodo.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I got. So basically it emulates that. It plugs in right there. We have instructions on the website to do it. So I know that's not quite recent gets, but other than that, I don't have anything I've gotten. So it's just, I've just been working on my projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. Yeah. That's what's going on, Joe's World. What else do we have to talk about tonight? We're kind of a little bit ahead of schedule. Did we want to talk? I think Jeremy wanted to talk about something very special. So I will let him take the lead on that.
Well, let's see. I think a lot of people really, this has probably been talked about to death, but let's see. Okay, yeah, I am unmuted. Good. But everybody does need to be, keep in mind their mental health of themselves and others, because those with mental health issues that I know Joe and I both have. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Even the people that we don't think we have them. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm shaking an empty pill bottle because mine are in the bedroom, so that's as close as I can get.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, basically it's like Ron says, take care of your, or I don't know, I'm not sure if Ron says, but I've heard it from somebody, take care of yourself and each other.
Yeah. Yes. Ron's favorite phrase is, you never know what somebody else is going through. So just be nice, So, and that's part of the process of helping out others with their own mental health is like, even if somebody's being a jerk, sometimes there's a reason behind them being a jerk. Sometimes they're just a jerk. But, I know people like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's because there's stuff going on in their life and you never really know. But to flip it back on the other side, you have to also take care of yourself. I talked about this a little bit at Kansas Fest this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of mental health is finally getting yourself into the place and having the right kind of poke or prod to realize that something's not right. And being big enough to realize that, A, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell else are you going to love somebody else? Exactly. Is realizing that there is a problem and that's okay because you can work on it. Right. At some point, it's hard for me to discuss, not because it's difficult for me. It's hard for me to discuss because I'm lacking the way to put it into words, in a way that doesn't sound like I'm just repeating myself. But you've got to. I don't want to say, well, you got to do this and you got to do that and stuff like that, because that's not fair, right? Mental health is not this simple little, well, just do this and you'll be happy. That's not. Nah. That's the antithesis of the problem.
I used to say that.
Yeah.
I used to be the jerk that says that it's so easy to be happy, so why doesn't that guy's happy?
Yeah. Right.
Guess I was an idiot, but now,
Yeah, that little thing of you do this and you'll be happy sounds kind of like what George Carlin said once on stage. What's the problem? You eat 3 square meals, you take a dump, and you go to bed.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly work like that.
Nope.
No. Yeah. Nope. But it's recognizing that it's a process similar to alcoholism, in that you've got to be able to accept the fact that there's something not quite right in your head, and that's not necessarily. It's also the antithesis of the whole like neuronormative, neurodivergent BS. Hey, Sean, it's a factor of just being like, when I say something's not right, it's not right in reference to yourself, right? Or the reference to the way you want to be. And once you're able to accept that, that's when you can start to make change. Until you get to that point, it's difficult to make any change because you don't think that anything needs to be fixed, right?
Yeah.
That, or you feel stuck in the rut.
Yeah. And the problem with that is a lot of mental health problems are related to depression and anxiety, and those have a tendency, they lie to you. They make you feel worthless and this and that and the other, and you're in this rut, but you don't realize that it's not really a rut. It's fake. It's fake because that mental health issue is lying to you about where you are. The vast majority of human beings, with rare exception, very rare exception, have people in their life that love them to death. And the moment that those who are having problems realize those people are there and realize that they care, can go a long way to helping you get out of that rut, because you realize there's somebody there to work for that wants you to be okay, right? And then at that point, it's just a factor of talking to the right people and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, that was. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over your segment there.
Well, if you don't mind, if I could speak from personal experience,
sure.
That's the best. That's the best thing anybody knows is their own personal thing. Now, from my personal experience, one of the reasons why I watched Star Trek so much is because think about the Vulcans. That's kind of a. For those of us who have certain disorders like autism or depression or something like that, trying to emulate a Vulcan character is kind of a coping mechanism for some of us. We may come off as emotionless or just don't, a freaking a-hole, you know what I mean? But, on the inside, that person could be very well into an internal civil war with their own emotions, not just an uphill battle.
Very Spock-like in a way, fighting two different sides, trying to be one thing while they're, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
So, that's what I've been trying to do while I've been trying to get help. And in my area, it's very difficult to do that.
And that
So-
can be very tricky too. I mean, some of us are lucky to live within, let's say, a metropolitan area where there are resources, and others are not.
I mean,
And so
for example, the town I live in has a population just under. It's like about 5,500 people. So it's difficult to even get, the right help. And if you do, then they want to send you off like 90 miles away. And if you don't have the money for fuel to get there in the first place, and
Yeah.
what do you do?
yeah, so it's not just the there's more challenges than just the personal challenges. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, I know I need help and I want it, but getting the help that's. Mm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel your pain, sir. I really do.
Yeah. Well, it's just. I mean, I don't mean to, bring out my personal stuff all, for all to see. Just.
Mhm.
Yep.
This is the very special episode of
Yeah. And I would say reach out to your friends and reach out to people. Sometimes, talking and venting sometimes works. I don't know.
Also, one thing too, because was talking to my boss about it, and we got talking about that we both suffer from
Yeah.
depression, and he said that he read something, and it's actually helped me. Um, take like just run cold water in your bathtub or shower because I don't have a bathtub, and go in it for 3 minutes.
Mhm.
And surprisingly enough, you actually feel really like at first you start hyperventilating, especially when like super cold water just hits you. But then after it, you get into something obviously like you run warm water to warm back up. If not, you're shivering like I do. And then, but you feel energized afterwards, and it helps. So
Yeah. Some of the tricks, that help as well are just generally after recognizing, I'm in this spot. What can I do about it? Um, when you don't have access to mental health care, you do have to like take care of yourself. And a lot of that is literally just taking care of yourself
Yeah.
and finding hobbies and communities, things like the retro computer for community here, for example, was one of my ways out of my own, getting out of my own head. Um, uh, I don't know, making puzzles, finding not necessarily distractions, but finding something that is more than, like Francois said, is more than a coping mechanism. Exactly. It gives you something to focus on, to be like, this is a way that I can prove my worth to this world, right? This is a thing that I can do that is a positive thing that happens, instead of being necessarily introspective, working towards pushing yourself back outward, in little small ways, and also just literally taking care of yourself physically. Are you sleeping enough? Do you have enough water?
Yeah.
Is your hygiene good? Are you being kind to the people around you, and little things like that help. I don't know, help change your trajectory just a little bit. Yeah.
Everybody's different, so everybody reacts different. So yeah, find your way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. So, I want to make sure that everybody knows that, we love you to death.
Yep.
We really do.
We all care for each other, so reach
This
out.
is-
Don't be shy.
This is why we're here, and we have these get-togethers and these streams in this community. Yeah, okay, it's about these silly things, but it's also about, if we all didn't exist, these cool, silly things wouldn't exist for us to play with.
Exactly.
So what do we need to take care of first?
Yeah, of
Us,
course.
right? Take care of ourselves and take care of our friends, and we'll all get better in the process. So,
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I mean, friends first. You know, when in this community, friends and family first.
Joe says so. Joe says so, or else, with a woot.
The toys are secondary.
Yes, the toys are secondary.
At least for me, this distracts me from my problems. The
Mhm.
hobby helps me
Mhm.
distract from my problems.
Sloopy is incorrect. The crazy interest in obsolete old computers is all about hanging out with our friends.
That's right.
It's
All
really what
about the
it's about.
computers.
And being able to be like, hey, yeah,
Yeah.
cheers.
I would cheers you, but I'll cheers you but I got an empty water bottle, or at least I say it's water. Is it really?
Water.
Yeah, exactly. It's clear.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any smell.
Yep. Yep.
I will touch on that a little bit too. Those of us with mental health issues do have a higher propensity to self-medicate, especially when you're in situations where it's difficult to get correct mental support. And
Yeah.
my suggestion is, please, folks, if you're gonna, like, I don't want to. I'm not trying to shame anybody, obviously, but please remember that we care for you, we love you, and self-medication usually does not have positive outcomes. So,
Mhm.
so take care of yourself.
As far as the self-medication thing, let me tell you the truth on that. In my case, the only self-medication that I do, I do something, but it's legal tobacco. I don't like it. I want to quit, but
Then there are much worse things out there.
Mhm.
So,
And after my night of having 2 beer and waking up the next day hungover, you can tell I don't self-medicate that much, at least with alcohol.
same. I had a quarter of a glass of wine with my pizza tonight and had to take a nap before the stream.
oh, when I can tell you this though, and Ron can back me up on this if you ever ask him. Is right after VCF East, and I saw you, Joe, and we had that little short visit. I really wish it could have been longer.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went to where Ron lives, and I stayed there for a couple of days, to at least catch some time with him. And he and I went out to a bar, just me and him. I had half of a Mexican beer, and I was drunk off my butt. He just called me a cheap date.
That sounds like Ron.
Jeremy, we need to bring you to Canada where it's 7 to 10% alcohol in our beer.
The beer up there.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beer
yeah.
up there makes the beer down here look like freaking water.
Oh, it is. It is. It's so funny because I grew up in Halifax, which is has a naval base. So we used to get Americans coming in the summer, American ships would come in, and downtown having drinks with them. Oh, you drink them under the table, and 3 beer. Back when I was drinking more than once every 3 weeks or 3 months.
This just popped in my head, and it's a clean thing. Anybody remember MASH?
Right here, I just was watching it today. Fire.
Okay, I remember one line that Colonel Potter said. He said, "quote unquote, I can operate you over the table, and I can drink you under the table."
Under the table. Yep. Yep. He was saying that to Winchester.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the. I was thinking you were going to say horse hockey.
Horse hockey.
Sorry, some of the great Potterisms of the show.
Trina, are you hearing the same thing in your head I'm hearing upon seeing that?
There's a rusty water. Yeah.
I'm
Love
sorry,
it.
but the
Ugly
American
bags of
prisoners,
rusty
in
water.
my opinion, I agree with Eric, except for one thing. It's more like horse urine to me.
Yes. Yeah. No.
It's the same color. It looks the same. I'm like, no.
Yes.
That's why I don't have beer in my fridge right now. I've got wine coolers. I've got some hard liquor.
Eric.
Stronger. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then we've got this dumb phenomenon of light beer because these macho men don't want to get fat.
Right.
Okay, son. All right. Love you too.
I like go.
Your son that keeps appearing and disappearing from the wall reminds me of the Star Trek episode. What was it? 5th season, 22nd episode, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, I actually know this one. I forget the title though, but it's the one where Geordi and
Phantasms.
No, Geordi and Ro.
Oh no, yeah, not
get
Phantasms.
phased.
The next phase.
The next phase. There you go. Thank you. And they're able to go through the walls. That's what your son keeps reminding me of every time he comes through the wall.
Yeah, part of my head too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grocery store Zima. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
It's funny. Your kid yelled at you, Dad. My cat's like going around my legs, rubbing into me, going, Mummy. So, mine's a little quieter.
My Macs are back here saying, "Fix me, fix me." Anyway.
Oh, and not Eric's Edge. Wow. Ryan, let me show you something.
I will send down some real beer. Yes. Hey, if you can get it across the border, buddy.
There you go. There's what you're looking for. So the iMac I got, it works fine, but the front is all messed up. So I'm going to end up stripping it for parts. And one of the parts is going to Newfoundland.
So somebody needs to take an audio capture of Trina saying, "I'm going to be stripping it," and then cutting it off right there.
But that's that, and then add in Javier going, "I'm going crazy."
That's right.
Right after.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, locked me in a rubber room. Rats make me crazy. Do you know I was crazy once? They locked me in a room as a rubber room. Rubber room had rats in it. Rats make me crazy. Did you know I was crazy once?
I have no idea what that's from, but okay.
I don't know. I got it from my cousin like 35 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Anybody see that comment from Register Chris?
Let's get JVHS to VCF Midwest. Yes.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about laptops I like to buy from JVHS.
Which she can't buy from JVHS unless he can get them to VCF Midwest.
No.
That is correct.
But if he provides a list, then I can say, here's the money for them in advance.
Yes.
So
yes.
Actually, I will, because of the fuel mileage and all that, my daughter's car will be driven there with my, it'll be my daughter and I, because it's a 13-hour drive one way from here.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So if somebody sharing the driving is definitely better. Yeah.
So that's step one. If Jeremy would just give Trina
a list. 3 months.
List.
I've been waiting for this list.
Trina can give him money for these objects, which will help him get to VCF Midwest.
One, I can, right off the bat, I can tell you one of these laptops is a 7th generation Intel gaming laptop. I don't remember the net. It's an MSI with dual power supplies.
Okay, yeah, just send me make, model, does it turn? So here's what I want to know about them.
Mm-hmm.
Make, model, memory, hard drive, SSD, size drive, let me know what it is, if there is one. And does it turn on? Beyond that, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
And we'll go from, I don't even necessarily need the power supply, the dual power supply one though. Yeah. I'm going to say yeah.
That's a weird one because it's got a 1 coming up to 2 and then 2 huge, the power supplies are literally the size of real bricks.
Wow. Yeah, so yeah, get me that ASAP, and I can give you money to go to VCF Midwest. So, get on it.
And so,
last I checked, I was $345 short of my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can help with that if I have the list.
Okay.
See, I'm just gonna keep repeating that.
Folks, do we think that Trina needs the list?
Yeah.
Let's put that.
Vote
we
in
Let's,
don't.
vote in the comments.
vote in the comments. Do I need the list? Yes or no? Just reply back with yes or no.
Yes. But yeah, there's the link to Jeremy's GoFundMe to help him put together the dollar bills to get driven up there to get there. RetroTech Chris says you are no longer $345 short of your goal. You have made your goal. I'm refreshing the page. Oh my God, we did
you
it.
made your goal.
We did it, buddy. You're there.
Can you put a link in the private chat, please?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
You did it. You're there, Jeremy.
Holy!
Oh yeah.
moly.
Woohoo! Yeah!
There you go.
Yes. That is Chris. Chris, did you see that? Did you see that from Chris?
Chris,
Oh my
buddy.
God.
Dude,
340. He funded you, buddy.
Damn. Yeah, exactly. Chris for
Yeah!
president. Hell yeah.
Trina doesn't need the list anymore.
Yeah.
I still need the list because
No, you're gone. Okay, bye.
Wow, all of you.
Yes.
now, I will still get you your list. I can always use the money.
Right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I realize this is to get him there, but he also needs to eat and have gas in his tank. So there you go. Yeah, very nice, Chris. Very nice.
This is awesome.
Thank you, Chris.
Yay! I'm going to be
apparently,
clicking on all the
Kate-
awesome links here.
Kate said Trina's gone.
Chris for president.
Well, let's just say I will be wanting to kiss some feet and worship.
Okay, so Chris, you know how you like to stream from VCF events? We want a stream of Jeremy kissing your feet and worshiping you.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's all
And
I'm
hope that you didn't
saying.
stop any dog poo.
I want proper kissing, like licking the boots.
Oh,
Want
God.
those boots clean.
What?
I'm sorry.
Trina, we have talked about this. This is not what we talk about on this stream.
Sorry, that's my inside voice
After
coming
the
out.
stream.
That's my inside voice coming out. Sorry.
Bad inside voice.
Inside voice. Ah.
Oh, man. Yes. No, please, no. Handshake, Wilson.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, that is super awesome. Yes, that is just, I'm loving it. I am so loving it. I love this community. I love all of you. We got Jeremy to VCF Midwest. You're all going to get the opportunity to meet him. I met him, what was it, late last year?
No,
Was it earlier this year?
it
I don't
was
Time is a construct.
it was right after VCF West. VCF East.
When was that?
This past April.
Oh, it was April. Okay. Because it's a little
It
chilly
was-
outside, so I was thinking it was fall.
You said it was the second winter for your area.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah,
She was-
Jeremy is just the sweetest sweetheart. He really is. He's a nice guy. He's doing lots of cool projects for the community. He's doing his best to reach out and help people, and I'm glad that we were able to reach out and help him tonight. That was super awesome. Thank you, everybody, for doing the thing. So
Thank you.
that said, remember, even though he's funded, you can still send a few extra bucks his way so that he
Hell
can,
yeah.
I don't know, go out and get a really nice steak dinner or something while he's out there.
Well, just remember, some of us need a list.
Yes. Trina needs a list.
And I will just for those who are interested, that barbecue sauce I sent a bottle of to Justin. I'd like to bring some more to others who might be interested in trying some, barbecue sauce that isn't, overly spicy or overly sweet.
Cool.
I mean, is like
What's it called again?
it's called McClard's barbecue sauce.
Just bring it on.
We got it going on like Donkey Kong. Wawa is life. Yeah, that is. I will just say, there's this thing out east called Wawa. It's a gas station, but they're
We got
freaking
it.
awesome. So anyway, I'll just put that away.
Yeah.
You ought to be in pictures. Wow. Sorry.
Sloopy introduced me to a Wawa in New Jersey, and I'm like, They're the coffee gods.
Yeah, Wawa's surprisingly crazily good for convenience.
A gas station, yeah.
Don't they have like really awesome chicken or something like that too? I don't remember exactly, but yeah, they have really good.
Well, we'll have to hear the reviews from Jeremy when he goes to Midwest.
Do they have Wawa's up that way?
I'll do that,
I don't
Justin.
know.
There you go. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Actually, I was gonna say the next GoFundMe is we should get a GoFundMe to get RetroTech Chris a pair of like 6-inch heel stiletto boots, like thigh-high boots, so that when Jeremy goes to bend over and kiss his feet, that's what he's wearing. I'm just saying.
Did you see that?
I know.
Look at that!
I know.
There you go.
9:45. Now you can go out and have yourself a really good dinner. Yeah.
Now you can go with
This is
style.
awesome. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you all.
You are the best, everybody. Thank you so much for helping.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. The food's finished.
We do not want the show feet guy showing up on this stream. That's all I'm gonna say. Look up Game Grumps show feet, and you'll know what I'm talking about. We don't want him in our community.
I don't
Not
want
that
to.
not that we're a closed community or anything like this, but like no, we're not doing that here.
No.
I'm gonna have to rename rename the VOD.
VOD, video on demand.
Oh my God.
Are you kink shaming, Joe? I am not kink shaming. I just don't.
Yeah, it's not for this channel.
It's just not our thing here.
Although, just wait. Trina will talk. We'll give it a review next stream. I mean, oops! Did I say that out loud?
Okay.
There's the inside part coming out of my mouth again.
Okay.
First is some crazy thing with me and furries or some bullshit like that, and now we're talking about foot fetishes. I mean, like, what even is this channel anymore?
And I'm just sitting
What
here
is going
with this
on?
stuff.
Aren't you glad you joined the stream, Jeremy?
Oh,
Like,
this is too good.
I'll tell you later.
Trina.
I'll leave it at
Try anything
once.
twice. Yeah, if I really like it. Well,
Okay.
Well, there's that reference.
Yeah, there you go.
JAV means something in
I was not aware until I put my channel up.
it's a reference to things.
You learn something different every day. Oh yeah.
And Macintosh Librarian, I am 100% human. Thank you very much. People can do whatever they want as long as everybody agrees.
Oh,
my
I'm gonna send Joe something.
Oh God,
I
no.
can't do.
Oh God, no. I'm going offline. I am disconnecting my internet connection. I'm turning off my phone.
But that's fine
Good
because I'm
effing
gonna
luck.
mail it to you.
Oh God, no.
Oh God,
Oh
yes.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. You're gonna, whatever it is, I'm sure you're gonna have to misdeclare it so it passes customs.
Gosh.
I don't know what it is, but I'm
I'm
sure
just
you're
gonna say
gonna have to.
leather products. That's it.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
All right, we're ending this stream right now. It's gone too far. This has been a super awesome episode 40 of Air Roundup. I would like to thank our guest Jeramy of Jeramy's Vintage Apple, Jeramy's Vintage Apple Tech. That's Dave. Jeramy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack for coming on and being our guest tonight, sharing with us a lot of his cool projects, sharing with us, that mental health is a thing. And remembering to take care of everybody. Thank you, Jeramy, for being on tonight. I
want to thank in advance Jeremy for sharing the list.
I'll get on it, Trina. I promise.
God, thank God you're not married to her, huh?
Sheesh.
Wow.
Sheesh.
And I am married.
Right? It could be worse. It could be to me.
Thank you, everybody in the chat who stopped by. There were lots of you. I'm not going to run through all your names again, but thank you all for stopping by. Remember to hit that like button. Tonight was a super fun stream, so you better be smacking the like button. Remember to hit the subscribe button as well to know what's going on our stream in the future. Let's run around and do our really quick shameless plugs. Jeremy, where can people find you, buddy?
I'm on YouTube at under the Jeramy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack channel. Unfortunately, I haven't done anything on it in over a year, give or take. But I want to get back. I want to get into that again. It's just I've had some things in the way, personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But I'm also on Twitter at Breckles Jeremy, and I'm also on Discord as JVHS. So.
And have you joined Blue Sky, Jeremy?
I don't know. It seems like this Mastodon and Blue Sky, and it's like, okay, which Twitter alternative is it this week?
Well, I think Blue Sky is. I like Blue Sky better than Mastodon.
Yeah, me too.
I have both. If you want, I do have an invite code. So send me a message on Discord and be like, hey, I'll try it out. Send me the code, and off you go. You're off to the races.
I think I wanted to message you, but it said do not disturb.
Oh, I always have it on Do Not Disturb.
So that people don't bother her.
No, it's because if you have it on Do Not Disturb, you don't get the
She's that
notification.
friendly.
You don't get the notification sounds.
Oh.
That's what, like those.
Yeah.
You don't get that bloop.
I dropped it. I brought it, Javier.
So where could you buy it?
Yeah, well, I'll just print another.
Yeah, there you go. I will give you the code when I get the list.
Sloopy just beat you to it.
Love it.
Sloopy, delete it real quick.
Yeah, delete it, Sloopy.
Too late.
Listen, as your wife, Sloopy, I'm telling you, delete the message.
Wow, cool beans. So, Trina, where can people find you?
All right.
I
Trina,
don't think after this stream anybody wants to find me, but anyway, if you do, I'm at Trina's Technobabble here on YouTube. I don't use Twitter all that much, so don't bother following me there. I use it just primarily to promote things because I still have quite a few followers there. But I am on Blue Sky under Trina's Technobabble, all one word. So yeah, feel free to add me.
Cool. Javier.
Oh, sorry, just one quick thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Javier.
No, do it.
Okay.
He's
I
just
will.
showing his chest off like some sort of weirdo.
I know. Should I do that as well?
No.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, there you go. I am going to be streaming this Wednesday, taking apart an iMac G3. So feel free to tune in for that.
Do it during the day.
Do it.
After evening
So
time.
coming back to Adventures in Retro Computing, have master at Blue Sky, have master at Big Bang, have master at adventuresinretro.com. Plus, we got it. Sorry, the other one. 8BTs.
Which is where this shirt came from.
Right.
Nice.
So I got my shirt that announced shirt. So
Sweet.
there you
I
go.
think I need one.
Yes.
You do. All right, that's it.
Cool. And hi, everybody. My name's Joe from Joe's Computer Museum. I run a little museum called Joe's Computer Museum. My museum is called Joe's Computer Museum. No, anyway, I'm on socials and all of that stuff. If you just search for @Museum Joe or Joe's Computer Museum, just about anywhere you're going to find me. I'm on all of the things.
Are you on Blue Sky, Joe?
I am on Blue Sky, Mastodon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've liked some of your stuff. Never mind.
Facebook, Instagram, Threads. Yeah. So you can
Okay.
find me and follow me. I don't post the same stuff on all the places all of the time, so I mix it up and move it around. So follow me in all the places and you'll see what's going on. If you want to support my craziness and what I do, there's two major ways you can do that. Number one is you can go to jcm-1.com and get things. jcm-1.com. You can get Blue Scuzzies and keyboard encoders and all of I'm like the only person out there making anything for the Apple III. So if you have an Apple III, you can get cool stuff for that. T-shirts, better T-shirts than Javier's T-shirts, and more stuff like that. Even though I am wearing one of his T-shirts because this one's clean and mine are in the laundry. Mine are better. No, actually Javier's are better. But if you do want cool shirts that say warm up the CRT and 8-bits are all you need and all that stuff, you can get those cool things. You can also support me in my museum efforts by going to Patreon at me right here. This Joe's Computer, this thing right here, Joe's Computer Museum. And for as little as $1 a month, you help me in my operations. And for as little as $1 a month, you get access to my Discord channel. My Discord channel gives you exclusive access to just chatting around with me, behind the scenes stuff, and also you get to be a guest on my streams. So I post my stream, when I do streams, I post that link, just like this, in my Discord, and you can just hop in and be a guest on my stream. Now, don't act weird on my streams. Weirder than me.
Okay.
But yeah, you can be a guest and just hang out with me and all my friends, and we do the fun stuff. So that's the whiz do. And yeah, and again, don't forget, if you have the opportunity and can help Jeramy out anymore for his VCF trip, that is super duper awesome. Yeah. So let's do the thing. We made our goal. We made more than our goal. Jeramy gets to go to VCF Midwest.
And we can make more of the goal if I get a list.
And Trina needs the list.
I'm just like an old dog with a bone at this point.
Oh God.
Where's the list? Where's the list?
Wow! We've gone off the rails. So anyway, well, that's all for tonight's show. Thank you all for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. All the stuff I already said before about clicking the links and buttons and the favorites and the likes and stuff. Our next episode will be on whatever date it is, which I have written down and I don't remember what it is. It will be September the 3rd. We don't have a guest yet. So if you want to be on our show and want to stop by, some point, get a hold of us at all the Linkadoodles and stuff, and yeah, we can do the thing. So that is it. Sloopy Malibu, what was that webpage URL? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll talk to you.
Well, I didn't know if you meant the one for Jeremy, so that's why I put the link in there for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yep. So that is all, and we will see you all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Will it do the thing on time? I don't know.